My name is Melis Sandermoel, publisher of the papers, and today I'm joined by Jelle Hoes, Chief Technology Officer at Buckaroo. Hey Jelle.
Hi, good morning.
Hi. Thank you so much for joining us. Great to see you again. A bit about this interview. It's part of an ongoing series focused on the power of partnerships, where we dive into what collaborations work and how they are shaping the future of payments. Today, we'll take a closer look at Buckaroo's partnership with Silverflow. We explore the strategic rationale behind the partnership, the technological advantages it unlocks, and how it empowers Buckaroo to accelerate time to market, enhance operational efficiency, and deliver a seamless experience for their customers across all channels. But more about the channels later. Jelle, can you tell us a bit more about Buckaroo and your role in the company?
Yes, of course. So Buckaroo is a Dutch payment service provider. So we have about 44,000 merchants at this moment across various sectors like retail, mobility, education, government. Of course, as a payment service provider, we offer a broad range of e-commerce payment methods, very well known in the Dutch market, but I think across Europe by now it's ideal, but also international payment methods like PayPal, MasterCard, Visa, Amex, name them. Next to that, as a payment service provider, we also offer our own solutions, our own custom-built solutions, all around payments as well, but it's really to support our merchants like credit management, a subscription system, marketplaces, and also anti-fraud tooling. Well, my role within the company is, as a CTO, is of course the software platform. I'm responsible for software development, but also for product development within the company and for the infrastructure as a whole. Yeah, so our infrastructure is running on AWS. It's completely cloud native, so we cooperate. Another partnership closely with them. And that's my role within the company. I've been with Buckaroo now for about 12 years and still going strong.
Lovely. And I guess your team is almost half of the company, yeah? If you look into sort of the people in development and product.
That's correct. With Buckaroo, we're a little bit over 200 people now, I think, and about 100 people are working in product and IT. So yes, correct. It's quite a substantial part of the company.
Yeah, and so it should be. So what made you start looking for a card payment processing platform in the first place?
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, we made an acquisition of another PSP in the Netherlands. They were called CPay. It's a PSP. They were located in The Hague. And why did we acquire them? Is they were fully focused on point of sale. Well, Buckaroo, till that moment, 2.5 years ago, we were fully focused on e-commerce. And it was our vision, and we also saw this in the market, that for a PSP, you couldn't just stay actually just with e-com, because the whole market was switching to omni-channel. More and more customers were asking us as well, like, okay, you handle our e-com payments, but yeah, we also have a contract for our point of sale. We have to handle two flows of reconciliation. We decided to check, okay, are we going to build this kind of functionalities ourselves? Are we going to develop this? But yeah, it's a whole different world, point of sale, compared to e-com. So it would be a steep learning curve. Yeah, it would take us a lot of time to get into that market, to make a name for ourselves. So we decided to do an acquisition, and we bought CPay. With that, actually, came an acquiring license, because CPay was a principal member of both Visa and MasterCard. Before that, Buckaroo actually worked under a payback relationship, a payment facilitator. What does that mean? That you work under the license of another acquirer, and you are allowed to connect customers yourself, merchants yourself, but it's still not your own license. So you would, in this case, we also always used the gateway of the payback partners we had. Yeah. So we use their infrastructure to connect to the schemes, MasterCard and Visa. Now with the acquiring of CPay, we got this license, and we said, okay, we can process point of sale transactions, but why wouldn't we also start using this license for our e-com payments? Because next to cost, of course, because obviously no acquirer is gonna offer this for free. Everybody in this value chain wants to make money, so we wanted to make this chain shorter actually and start processing e-com payments on our own acquiring license. And obviously for that you will also need a processing host. And we looked at the different possibilities, because at that moment there's always a build or buy decision to be made. And we spoke as well with MasterCard and Visa, like, okay, what would it mean? We looked at the project, we spoke with other companies who did that previously, and we came to the conclusion like, okay, with our full roadmap, with everything that we already want to achieve, with what our customers are asking, and the moving market, is this really what we want to spend our energy and resources on? And our conclusion was no. So we decided to partner there and to look for an existing partner to connect to the schemes. And from a lot of parties, we chose Silverflow in the end.
There was choice, but so how did you end up with Silverflow? What made them stand out from the others?
Okay, what made me stand out? I was in relationship with them already a little bit longer, so I knew them quite well. Well, what I liked about them is they're cloud native. They're really API first. It's not a legacy system. They were kind of the new kid on the block. I know that they already exist for a couple of years now, but compared to some other players, they're still quite new in the market. And you can really see that in the way that they approach things and how they set up their systems and stuff. And I really liked it. If I compared it to them, it was all real time. And then I'm talking about transaction processing, but also capturing of transactions, onboarding of customers, and all API first. So there were no files to submit to them, like, okay, I want this new customer, or I want now to capture those transactions that are authorized today. Okay, and with a lot of legacy acquirers, I still see those systems raised, which makes sense, because that's the way that it used to work. But this is quite modern with Silverflow, and I really like that. Next to that, what I appreciated with Silverflow was also their scheme and compliance knowledge. So it wasn't just like, okay, here you have the API. Also, the people that I was talking with, they really helped us through the whole process, and that was also much appreciated. And welcome for us as well, because with becoming an acquirer, also a lot of compliance rules and regulations come in place, of course.
Yeah, and there you could really leverage sort of their knowledge and their insights in how to best do that. That's great. And can you elaborate a bit on some of the features that really, of their platform that were most valuable for your business and that also helped you in, for instance, reducing time to market or cost efficiency or productivity?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, of course, the connections with the schema, we could have probably done that ourselves, but the fact that it was there with a simple API towards both schemes, it made it quite efficient. Then the whole idea of what I said, the onboarding via the API, that was very good for us, because at this moment we could just include it in our whole onboarding experience, that somebody could, with one click on the button, we could do an API call to Silverflow and we could onboard the customer there. Then the other thing, what really helped me and what saved us many months, when I spoke with CPay, when they built their connection with the scheme, it took them many months, and even more than a year, to build the reconciliation, because the information you get from the schemes is quite comprehensive. There's scheme fees, there's interchange fees, there's name it, all this kind of information, and you have to bring that back to transactions. You have complicated billing schemes with your merchants. Think about interchange plus, where the merchant wants to know, okay, what did I pay for this transaction for interchange? What was my scheme fee, which can change. Is it a domestic card? Is it a non-domestic card? Is it a business card? Name it. All of this stuff, the heavy lifting was actually done for us by Silverflow. And where this took like more than a year to build this with CPay, we built this in just a couple of months, because we could just use, again, their API to ask information about the payouts that we would receive from the schemes, and we would get this information back and could reconcile the payments. So this, brought us huge speed on go-to-market, of course, because it's essential for us to know the money that's coming in. Can we link that and reconcile that with the transactions in our system? And also the whole chargeback process. Yeah, with schemes, of course, unfortunately, come chargebacks. There can be disputes between our merchants and their consumers. And what I really liked from Silverflow is that they gave me an out of the box chargeback portal where actually or merchants could manage their own chargebacks. They were automatically submitted towards the schemes and stuff. So yeah, that's also saved me a lot of time. The 3DS process that they actually sent all the customers that we onboard automatically to Mastercard and Visa to register them for 3DS. All of that we didn't have to do ourselves anymore. So yeah, this was just a huge time saving for us.
So it's the onboarding, the reconciliation, the chargeback process, the 3DS, basically you're across the chain from onboarding to when problems arise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
great
and
examples.
I have one more example, which I think was yeah. We didn't pick Silverflow for that, but after working together, this helped us a lot. Softbox, like
Mm,
creating your turning your mobile into yeah, a point of
yep.
sale device. Huh? It's getting more and more popular. We yeah, we wanted to start offering that towards our merchants, and we looked at different solutions. And also we spoke with Silverflow about this, and they said, "Oh, but do you know that this party already built a connection with our system and their Softbox application?" So we decided to work together with this company, another partnership that had already an integration with Silverflow, so we could use their software white label software solution with our own acquiring solution at Silverflow, and just within a matter of months we had it up and running, because yeah, we just had to onboard customers at our software solution, but the whole financial flow was already working. And this kind of partnerships, so next to the partnership between Silverflow and me, but also with Silverflow and the rest of
And
the
their ecosystem.
ecosystem,
Yeah, yeah,
helps us also launching new products way faster than we could have done without them. Because you can imagine, let's say that I would have made the decision, no, we're going to build this ourselves. Yeah. Then obviously, if I would select a party that built their own softballs, white label softball solution, it's clearly not connected to my in-house built system, of course. So I would
yeah,
have to
yeah,
ask
yeah,
them, okay, can you do an integration? For them, it would be costly, yeah, because yeah, nobody else would be using our system. They would have to build a custom integration. It would take time and effort. So yeah, the fact that we decided not to go to this route for building this ourselves also was beneficial on launching new products like Softwas.
yeah. Yeah. So it's for existing business, but also for new projects and innovation that is happening.
Yeah, correct.
Let's look a
Correct.
bit into the future. What are your future plans with Silverflow? What is on your roadmap, or Steve,
Yeah.
what can you disclose?
Yeah, so at this moment, one of the things we're implementing is network tokenization. Yeah,
Yeah,
because we want to switch over. Buckaroo traditionally built their own tokenization service because we're quite big in recurring business subscription
yeah,
service. So we really leverage that as a service. But now that network tokens becoming more and more common, we decided to implement that. And also for that, yeah, it was nice because Silverflow already implemented that obviously, and it is part of the API. Yeah, so it's also not a complete new integration or stuff. It's just new calls in the current integration that we have with their API. So
yeah,
again, there time to market. It was easier for us to
yeah,
build the integration with Silverflow rather than deciding to do that directly with the schemes and directly. Yeah. So this is something that we're currently working on with them. Well, from a Buckaroo point of view, we are working on actually a rebuild of our core system. As mentioned, Buckaroo was fully focused on e-com till 2.5 years ago. We bought CPay, which was fully focused on point of sale, and we already brought those two systems together. So we have now one unified payout towards our customers. We have reporting. We bring this together in a portal, so our customers can actually reconcile their e-com and the point of sale transactions. It's all in one invoice. But the point is still that although for the merchants it's one system, in the back it's still two payment engines. It's CPay's payment engine for point of sale and ours for e-com. And we decided that we want to build a new payment engine where actually those things are together, point of sale and e-com. Yeah, so our partners, because
unified.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a unified payment gateway. That's also what we're naming it. So our partners can build one integration for both point of sale and e-com, and we can have just one system to maintain. So we're working on that, and the big advantage with working with Silverflow is they work in the same way. They have actually their processing host doesn't make a separation between e-com or point of sale. It's all one gateway. So our new system can connect very well with the new Silverflow host because we have the same vision, the same strategies. So we're going to leverage or integrate with Silverflow for this as well. So it's a big step for us. A very exciting project. We've been working on this now for I think 1.5 year, and we're on the verge of putting this live. So and Silverflow is going to play an important role there as well, of course.
Super exciting. Well, thank you so much, Jelle, for sharing your insights into the partnerships in how you work with them, but also the features that you leverage via their system. Great examples. I know that you have a big party celebrating your 20th anniversary of the company, so have fun later today.
Thank you so
And
much.
thank you so much for the interview.
Okay, thank you.
Highly appreciate it. Bye, Jelle.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.